off, you may want to get your foot caught in the cord, apparently.
Apparently.
Oh, this is great. I will dump some extra water here.
Yeah.
You can get the bone going so you have your. I just have to not close enough of the door for you.
No, Sarah, that's not a good idea. Oh yeah, this is better because now I have
3 pairs of
3 pairs. I have the regular thin ones, the fuzzy ones, and the sweatpants over those.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get a hat.
Do you want me to get you a hat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get you your first piece of clay, and then I'll get you a hat.
Yeah. So I need to put a lid on my heat.
Yeah.
Well, that means I have to roll up my sleeves.
Oh, I need to put the hot water in there.
Yeah, that would actually
You see,
help.
what I was going to do is dump some of the cold water out of the bucket, which is the reason why I emptied the bit underneath.
Yeah.
So I can put fresh hot water in, which I'm going to have to get more of.
Yeah.
And it is going how stupid go.
76% humidity.
It could be worse.
Could be worse.
Come on, bring that one up. There we go. And it's new. Hold it. Nope. I was like, is it freeze frame? Or what your lead is doing? Let me just hit refresh. There we go.
Come on. Come on.
Here.
Yeah, well, it's. I did bring out the longer cord.
Oh, it turned itself off.
Maybe it's not a good idea to leave it out here.
I think it had turned itself off by the time I brought the cable out.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, I could get the longer cord in place so you have slightly more slack.
You could tell it was the one that had been out here, it's covered in clay.
There we go. That's booting now, and I'll go get you a hat, or do you want a piece of clay first?
Have a hat.
You want a hat. Hat, yeah. Hello.
We have little flakes of snow going outside. Yeah, which is where I want the hat. It's 42 degrees out here. The heater's been running for an hour to get it to that temperature. Going to go to make pieces.
Okay. There's a
we
small
have
but
here.
noticeable temperature difference between in here and out there.
There we go.
Okay. Clay.
Yeah.
Have you got it up over there yet?
Yeah, Facebook's starting up over here.
Okay. I know, it's not the fastest of devices.
Well, it hadn't
That's
been
the
on.
wheel.
No, it's the phone.
Oh, yeah, because that would have been all those buzz notifications it didn't have. Yeah, it says hi. Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Now I go
Clay.
over to where to get
We need
that? I
a
need
7-inch
to
bowl with
bring it up over here.
You want a hand?
I take it over there.
The clay is warmer than the air.
Oh, kind of.
Here. Take this. I'll get this going.
Oh, it's a little gooey on the corner. That'll be fine. Oh, that looks kind of cool with the way the light is
reflecting off the wheel. Yeah, there's really strong light conditions, isn't there?
Yeah, well, northern light. Warm water, yay.
There. Good. That's the sound. Here we go. And you have your little screen now.
Okay.
Really pretty shirt. No. Got your piece of clay. So what that piece is for is a 7-inch bowl with enough height to the side to put a design on the outside.
Okay.
Is that? Oh yeah, because I think that phone was off for like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's going insane
That's funny.
with notifications.
And then asking, was that useful?
And there you go. Message is gone. So now you can see the screen again.
That's kind of funny.
Okay.
And big enough for what kind of design?
It's gonna have a design on the outside, but it's also gonna have the 3-horse pattern on the inside.
Oh, bowl, not
Bold.
cup.
Yes, bold. And the manic notifications on the phone are not helping concentration.
No.
It's Marty. Hello. I was gonna try this. It's still going.
It's definitely.
Good morning to you too. It's, every once in a while we're getting the snow showers outside. We had
It's
the
really
clear
pretty.
going for about an hour before we came out here.
Yeah, because it was like 37 out
It
here.
was not an acceptable temperature to be throwing. It's gotten down to a whole 43.
Yeah. Sponge. Oh goodness, and that sponge hasn't even dried out.
Ooh. Oh,
It was
water.
still
I need to
soft,
get you more
Sarah.
hot water.
It was still soft and wet.
Ugh.
Well, something about 80% humidity. Actually, no, right now it's 77% humidity. It's getting dry out here.
What does it say about the conditions in here when we think 77% is getting drier?
Upper, clear.
No.
Morning.
I gotta go refill them. Okay, I do have more hot water started for you.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't be a good idea for us to leave things out here today because the high today is supposed to be 37. It's supposed to get down to below freezing tonight. We want to do another experiment with ice pottery. We can always leave one piece out here. The rest of them are going to go down into the garage. Or it won't get lower than the 40s. And Spin Chick, what are you doing, you stupid... Oh, well, he has an old phone, so... There we go. Bowl complete. Cow. Down in here. And my phone just turned on. Oh, the screen just went. Facebook restarted, so it.
Oh. It crashed it over there for you.
Yeah. Well, what do you want? It's on the phone.
Yeah. So I'll get this back up over here for you.
Yeah.
Because of course it was insufficient. I need to get you more clay too.
Yeah. So it was kind of I can dry off my hands and we came up here. Boop.
There we go.
There we go.
Have Liliana, Nat, and Rescue Watch.
Good
Hello.
morning.
More clay.
More clay.
Okay,
That one.
that one, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, Maggie.
So I thought that was like a 30-ish ounce piece.
It was
bigger.
big. Yeah. One was a big one.
And considering this is soft clay,
Yeah. Is watching. Good morning.
okay, I did add an extra few ounces because this clay is soft in case you have the goop off factor. Since, do we want to do a second bowl as well in case that one's not quite the right shape?
Sure. We do another bowl because we don't have many bowls right now anyway. So Rachel's watching. Morning.
Hello. Claire and Catherine watching. Hello.
Getting more pieces made for
Ursula's.
Ursula's.
Orders.
And orders. That's a nice dramatic gliding across the wheel this morning. Huh?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool looking.
And in a little bit you'll have more hot water for your bucket.
Yeah. Donovan's watching. Morning.
Since this one sheet of paper has nothing but border on it, what I'm going to do is, as soon as I find my scissors, there they are,
Sir,
cut the sheet in half. Do you need a hand?
it's... Yeah, that part needs to be over.
There. Better?
Thank you. I look up and it's kind of like,
Now I
I
know
can
that
see.
you can throw without seeing, but...
things in front of my eyes are annoying. If I was nearsighted, I'd actually be able to see the stitches.
Very nearsighted.
Here comes the big fluffy snowflakes again.
I love these fluffy snowflakes. They're so pretty. I mean, I'm sure
And we don't need to go out.
Nope.
We can just watch them from inside.
Yep. I'm sure the novelty will wear off eventually.
Oh, I'm
right
sure.
now.
But not today.
Fluffy!
But not today.
Fluffy weather. Hello. What was I doing? Scissors. Sheet of paper. Cut in half. There.
Itchy nose.
Put the throw in order pages in the out tray.
Yeah.
It really doesn't take much wind at all for the snowflakes to drastically change direction.
Yeah. Because they're not really big snowflakes, but they're
No.
That's a nice big fluffy ones early.
I like Margaret. Hello.
I'm glad it waited till after both 12 nights to snow.
Oh yes, very glad.
And it's not supposed to snow for as long as they had originally been predicting.
Which is good.
Because it was going to originally be for like 4 days.
And now it's what, like 2?
One.
1? So
Yeah, it's just
basically
today. Yeah.
And after that we're supposed to go back to rain?
And then tomorrow it's just supposed to be cleared colder. And it's got, oh, that'll be
I
cold.
just noticed that I did not put all the spots on these dice.
Oh dear. I just
Sharp copy tool. None of these dice have threes.
Oh, it's a nice middle of the road roll.
We were
Anybody knows.
hungry.
Was so taken by Belfry that she plans to make a. Yeah, we were talking about that. Good morning, Cormac. Yeah, and it's at Eagles. She's gonna have
An outfit.
She's gonna have an apron to match the one, the Valkyrie.
Oh, cool.
So she'll match her mug. And I go, oh, I look forward to seeing that at Eagles.
Yeah.
That'll
Let
be
me take
cool.
a picture of it.
Yeah.
Luckily, these dice are not anything more than leather hard. It's possible to go back and put spots on the blank sides.
Yeah, I'm measuring the size. Okay.
Not only does she have to measure, because there's a tracing of a cup on the photo on the page in front of her, so she's
Steam coming off the wheel makes you look like, oh, cool. And with the
Yes.
strong lighting right now.
we just have those strobing clouds.
Yeah. And snowflakes. My cup didn't have a lot of shit.
No, it didn't.
Juliana's watching. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't mind looking like a badass. Thanks, Carmen. Okay.
What she's doing right now is replicating a piece.
That got broken.
Yes.
It was the. Oh, that's good. Cool.
And they like the size and shape, so we traced the cup.
Yeah. Sure. Alvin, good morning.
That one has spots. One of them. I found one of them that had a 3.
The idea of lunch was too appealing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Between the lunch and the seeping cold.
Ah, yeah.
We'll put that one up. Actually, I need to take these ones down, don't I? Because we don't want to leave them out here.
No. We could make one piece and leave it out here.
Wrong clay.
Wrong clay, though. True. True.
And you have another piece for a large bowl. But I need to go down and unlock the outer door to the other half of the shop so that I can
I.e. the garage.
Yes. I could wait until there's more than 2 pieces.
Yeah. So you don't have to go out into the cold as much. Yeah. It's 33 degrees outside. It's only supposed to get another 4 degrees warmer.
I kind of wonder if how much of the snow will either stick or melt.
I don't know.
How's the weather down there? I see your bundle up. It's gone up to 44-ish out here in the sunroom. Outside it's what, 33? We had the heater going for about an hour before we came out because it started off being 37 here.
Yeah.
Another one.
I don't like being frozen
No,
solid.
no,
It's just not.
That was not an okay temperature. Oh, that's making a sound.
Sideways, so it's one that the holes are loose.
The uneven holes.
Yeah.
That's the discs that she does throwing on there are not such a high demand item that they are machined.
They're not commercially made.
They're not commercially made. There's a bunch of individual bat makers.
Is it any given ceramic store will know someone who makes bats
And provide
or willing
that
to
store.
make bats?
Because they are masonite circles
With
back pin
with
holes.
holes
Yeah.
to go over the pins, which are just
Pegs.
pegs that have wing nuts on the back. But well, after a few years, they don't come off anymore
No.
because they kind of rust in place.
It's even rust-resistant metal, constantly bathed in clay and water.
I could watch you work all day. True. Well, thank you. Other than the obvious cold hands, how do these kinds of temperatures affect the experience of throwing? As long as I have warm water, it's fine.
Yeah. She also has a small heater.
There's a small space heater.
A small space heater that's aimed
Right
directly
down
at her.
there. It does. This sunroom does heat up fairly readily,
Yeah,
though. I'm
we did have-
impressed.
Probably an hour of mostly sun, which really helped
It
keep
did.
up the heat in here.
Yeah.
Other than that, we do have to carry the freshly filmed pottery down to the more temperature controlled part of the shop,
So we don't end up with more ice pottery.
so we don't end up with more frozen pieces. Which apparently they do survive, but it takes a little more
Time.
because well they
For
don't
them to
dry
dry.
when they're frozen.
Has to thaw out. The ice has to melt. And
Yep.
we'll do some more of those, but we don't have the right, not using the right kind of clay today, so.
Yeah. That'll be another bowl.
As long as I can have my, house it to throw with this kind of weather. I keep the core of my body warm.
How many shirts are you wearing today?
3.
Only 3? I thought it was
Plus-
4.
3
Oh,
shirts plus the warm fluffy shirt, which has fleece lining.
And how many pairs of pants?
There's 3. It's because the tops of my legs get really cold.
Yeah, I stepped out here this morning and was like, oh, that's cold and light. Yeah, the crystalline patterns were really cool looking. And it's a shame that the ice fronts didn't stay, but the striations up the side did.
Yeah, we'll have to experiment with that more though.
Yeah,
Because we can put a few
smooth
pieces
stone
into the chest freezer. Do it in a controlled fashion.
Yes.
Rather than going, oh look, I suppose that would have made sense.
Because we had that cold snap where it got down to 19 in the shop. That was not throwable temperatures.
No, that was not good. And that was before we had a heater, space heater.
Yeah.
That was why we got the space heater.
Okay. Also have a need for a I could do next is a mug, which will have to be a taller 16-ounce mug because there's the width of the handle. Big hands.
Yeah. Almost the length of my hand. From
The
here
person
to
was
here.
like 6'2".
Yeah. Tall people.
No one in our family is tall, so it's always like the differences in.
Well, the tallest person in our house is 5'5".
Yeah.
So.
He outheights us by 5 inches.
Yeah.
So probably like a 28-ounce piece for
Yeah.
a cup that
I
height.
need something tall. Was the otter pattern?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while since I've done the otter pattern.
Yeah. Well, we need to do some more ossa bait pattern too.
Oh,
The Italian with
the
the
Sienna accordion pattern.
yeah. It was at 12th night she came on. So, you have any ossa bait?
No. I suppose I've got a good combination of both clay and glaze on this at this point.
Yeah.
Because yes, it's the spatter pattern on the shirt.
Yes, monstrously tall people. Big hands.
And we are midgets. Got the stripes of clay and spatters of glaze on this one.
Yeah.
The time of year where you wear overgarments.
Yep. Wear
My
layers.
toes are getting cold.
Until the garage isn't that well insulated in the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much all the snow is melted off that face of the garage roof.
But,
I think
no,
it's
it's
in part just due to the sun coming out, because most of it's off the roof on the side, too.
oh yeah, and people across the way, there's this, all the roofs
All-
facing that way,
All the,
they're all
all the
melting.
south-facing roofs have lost their steel.
Good morning, Chris Howerton.
Yeah, and it looks like the only piece we need to throw for that skeleton order is a beaker cup.
Oh, good.
I don't remember if we threw last week or not.
We did once.
What?
Or no, it was the week before, huh?
We did. Well, there's bowls and plates that are drying in there.
Yeah, so we did
remember
throw.
Yeah, we did. We threw once.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if we threw a beaker cup or not. I know I went out there to check on things. They were
Yeah, I
starting
don't
to let go.
I don't remember.
Neither do I. But having more beaker-shaped cups is never a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Shall I cut off a couple pieces for beaker cups?
Yeah.
I still haven't brought out last week's order forms. Last weekend's.
That was me. Good morning.
Don't go away.
Woke up. Do.
I'll have to make sure to keep that one separate from the cup that looks like it should have a handle and doesn't get one.
Yeah.
More beakers. That's what I'm doing. Because at this point, I think we're also starting to run low on the Italian beaker cups as well.
Should be a little more. Because it also have to allow for shrinkage.
Yeah. And space to actually attach the handle top and bottom.
Yeah. But it also have to allow for it to shrink down to the right size.
Yes. Okay, question. As this is a partial bag of clay, do you want to stop at the end of this bag? Or do you want me to go get clay? More clay?
Go get whatever kind of clay is inside.
You mean currently warm?
Currently not freezing cold, yes. Because, yeah, we take the clay inside. It sits in the kitchen for a day or two. Warms up. And becomes inside room temperature.
That's 60-ish.
That way I don't lose feeling in my
You don't
fingers.
lose fingers.
Feeling in my fingers
I know
when I'm throwing.
I know what you feel about your fingers getting that cold now, so I don't lose fingers. Well, okay. And these are just all beaker size pieces, so I'm cutting them off here right now. And apparently the size that the clay wants to cut off today is 23 ounces. The last 5 pieces I cut were all that same size. Oh, do you want some minis?
Well, we do more of the larger cups for
Okay.
right now. I know we need those too, but
We need all the things still.
well, we did 2 12 nights.
Yes, yes. And we have Ursula's coming up.
Yep.
Okay, so this one
Hey,
gets
Mary. Good morning.
Yeah.
Catherine. Good morning.
that one goes up
I saw
there.
a message go by. Royal's heading out. So he's
Okay,
going
cool.
to be heading up to Portland. Hope there's good news this morning.
Yeah. Okay, so you
I've got
throw
pieces.
4, 2,
Oodles and oodles of
6,
chunks.
8.
Oodles and chunks. That didn't sound right.
No, it didn't.
And Scott, good morning.
Okay, so when you're done throwing with this clay, you'll have done 10 pieces. I will go see what other clay we have warm.
Yep. Do off yet. And good morning. And for some shape.
Yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of variety inside.
What do we have?
I'm pretty sure this is smooth white. I'm pretty sure that this is not the porcelain. So we had red and white inside.
So I know we were going to bring porcelain in, but I never
I
did
mean,
check to see
It
what
might
you.
be porcelain, but I don't think so.
We'll find out. Because no, the individual bags are not labeled.
No. When I first looked at it, it's like, oh, is that more the stoneware? Pick it up like, no, that's not stoneware. And that's not a beaker.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool looking shape, so let's go in with it.
So is that one gonna be handle or no handle?
No handle.
Okay.
Be one of those kind of more raindrop shaped ones that are
Yeah.
you see around a lot anymore. Dave,
I
pleasure.
read
Good morning.
So, as I am not certain which sort of white this is, what size piece do you want? I'll wait until you're
Yeah.
done there. Because I'm like, okay, I don't know what size to cut off.
Yeah, because you don't know what it is. Other than white.
Poke.
Because both of those are smooth clays. Until we take it out.
Both smooth white clays. One being a porcelain, the other one being a smooth white stoneware. I think it's the smooth white stoneware. Just look at that.
I can tell, but not if I have another clay one.
If I if I got some out of one of the known boxes, I could compare and check. If you can't tell.
It might be porcelain.
It might be porcelain?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did
Because
bring
look
some
at,
porcelain.
Sarah, just look at this.
Yeah. Plus it's got that stiff feeling to it.
Yeah.
So, porcelain.
Porcelain.
We did bring some porcelain inside.
We brought in some black and white. Use the black.
Twice.
Twice.
Because I brought in more black.
Yeah.
Well, we could throw some small porcelain pieces. Yeah. And then the bag can go back inside and wait for the black to warm up. Yeah. And they could bring in stoneware and black. Somehow I have absolutely no desire to touch some of the scrap clay out here today and make dice though.
Oh, but why not, Sarah?
I like my fingers attached.
I don't think they'd freeze and break off, but they'd feel like
They
they'd want
feel
to.
like it?
Oh yeah, it'd be like really cold.
Yeah. I could get some of the waste clay moved into the bags.
Yeah. And some of this waste clay is going to go towards making the site tokens for Hunter Westmore this year. So, site tokens will be made by Pottery.
Yep.
Hence, we're bagging up the scrap clay for them.
Yeah, dead clay. Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the clay. It's pieces that failed, or they're pieces that it's just goop from the bottom of the wheel.
Yeah. Camera. Good morning.
Yeah. What? What?
Just watching you fight with the
Trying to get the.
bucket of clay.
I can scoop it out with my hands, but my hands are small and it's not working that well. I lift it up to the edge of the table. There we go. Ow. Chunk hit my hand. Get in the bag. Stop holding up on my hand. Okay. Sometimes recycled clay can be a very pretty color.
Separate. Or you can just go with it and see what kind of random tan color you come up with. Because it's usually somewhere of the tan to a light red.
Yeah. There we go. Ugh, I'd say that each of the bags is probably similar in terms of the original wet weight of the clay that was in there.
So what they're getting, what, 2-3 bags?
3-ish, yeah.
That's okay.
Whew.
75 pounds worth of clay.
Yeah, but it's 75 pounds dry.
Yes.
There. Well, the third one's only like half.
It'd be interesting to see where Earth makes with some of the stuff, because it's not all going to be for site tokens.
No. Mind you, about 1,000 site tokens will take, I think it's about 2 bags of clay.
Yeah.
Mind you, that once it's rehydrated will probably be a very solid 3 bags of clay, maybe more like 4.
Yeah. Also, they do both wood and gas firing.
Which is actually going to affect the color because there's
it'll be kind of
iron-bearing clays in that collection.
I know, so that'll be kind of cool. They'll come out differently.
Your scrap bucket holds about 2 sacks of clay.
And we'll get more
Plus,
of the
yeah,
dew out of
there's I can bring in the partial bag that's on the back porch,
Yeah,
and we can fill it with the slop.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually more than I thought it was. It's still enough to take the slop that's in there. You know, if we had a slightly smaller bucket, actually, hey, check this out.
Oh, yeah.
It's not exactly a perfect fit, but if we had like a 3-gallon bucket, it'd be the right size to line with the clay bag,
Yeah,
which might be a good thing to do in the future.
yeah, because that would be very handy.
Yeah, because the scrap clay would be auto-bagged then.
Yes.
And we always have clay bags.
Yes.
At least one per day. Most days.
And throw. Try to throw every other day.
Yeah. It's not always practical to get throwing in every other day because there's packing days, travel days, days when we have to push and do a lot of
Painting.
painting.
Like between the two 12 months.
Yeah. Didn't get much sleep. People kept asking if we'd slept well this last week and a half. And it's like, yeah, the hours that we spent in bed, we slept just fine. Just weren't that many horizontal hours.
But that happens. Though.
Yeah,
It's just a thing.
that's just a thing. But I never sleep particularly well in a hotel.
No. Oh, I'm a
Beaker. Beaker one.
one of many.
Okay, I suppose at this point I can start moving some of these guys down.
Yep. The next piece.
Is that warped? Ooh.
That are dirty.
Yeah.
Or that's dirty.
Because you put it down and I
Yeah.
saw it wobble.
That's cool.
You need more hot water?
Bat yeah, the bat head is cold. Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
steel.
Wait, let me get refill this.
Michael, good morning.
Okay, there we go. More hot water underway. And I will go unlock the other door so I can get those guys out where they can dry a little quicker.
Yeah. As in dry and not freeze. Because if we left them in here tonight, they would freeze. But we'll have to try to do that again. Just not with today's clay. Actually, I could with the porcelain. We'll be throwing in a few minutes. You could leave one of the porcelain pieces in here. See how that reacts. That could be a fun.
It's back to snow is starting.
Cool.
Yes, very.
You could always leave one of the porcelain pieces in here tonight.
Yeah, because we haven't tried freezing.
We haven't tried freezing porcelain yet.
It might be act like the smooth white.
Yeah. That would be fun. The stonework didn't really do much one way or the other. So.
I also brought up those regalia bowls that need replicated in a more period and vitreous manner.
Yeah. That's the problem with things like that. They don't have longevity.
Yeah. If you could discuss the differences between, the physical differences between wheel thrown and slip cast.
Yeah. Good. I don't know about anybody else, but to me, that sounded like a hint. Linda, good morning. And the next back. I got asked to make some replica pieces, or replacement pieces for some royal regalia for the West. Because the bowls had some pinholing in the bottom, which were turning black, and they couldn't get them to come clean. And it's because they were not high fire. Yeah, but they're not full of vitreous. So if you clink the things together, they shouldn't go clunk. And it's like, that's probably, if it's not that vitreous and you can't get it to come clean, it means there's probably bacteria in there. That can be bad. All it would be had to have been is either low fire slip cast, which you can't fire it too high, otherwise it'll melt. Or something when it was being fired, it was just in a cold spot in the kiln. It's not necessarily that anybody did anything wrong, it's just that there's so many variables. But the bottom line is, they weren't healthy to use anymore, so we're making new ones. Good morning. In slip cast, well, it's liquid clay poured into the mold. And it doesn't have the strength that throne, because the throne has the compression. And I'm talking about bowls, and I started turning this one into a bowl.
Sorry.
Oh, wow.
It's snowing really good out there now.
Snow.
Yes, I did stand out in the snow briefly and catch a few. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know whether you can see it too much.
actually, no, you can make out the snow in
It's getting really heavy
the
right
small
now.
cam through the door.
Yeah.
Because those flakes are getting big again.
Big fluffy snowflakes.
So, you want to have hot tea when we go inside?
Yeah. Putting the extra layer of sweatpants on is actually really helping with keeping my knees from being cold.
Yeah, when we get inside, we can strip off the outermost layer and save them for next time we do throwing.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a lot.
That's a close. Good morning, Jim. Doing some throwing and watching the snow out the window.
Yeah.
And for us, it's novel. It's the first time it's snowed since we moved here. And we used to live on the coast where it didn't really snow.
On the coast in California. It snowed twice while we lived there.
Yeah.
I think both times it was a case of, quick, take pictures before it melts.
Yeah.
There was one time where it stuck for 1 to 2 days.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of looking at it going, it's still there. They don't have to go anywhere.
It's nice if you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Which we don't today.
No, we don't.
We can arrange for the post office to pick up the packages.
Yes.
Mind you, it does add a day to
It does
delivery
add
time.
a day to the total shipping time. But we don't have to risk.
Going out in snow.
Yeah.
Because snow is to look out,
Probably.
not to drive in.
It'd probably be just fine.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
Because there's not enough that it's sticky to the roads as of yet.
Oh, but it's. And we have 4-wheel drive, by the way.
Yes, we do.
A full-size SUV that has 4-wheel drive.
It's actually kind of dark in here now, isn't it?
Yeah.
As compared to the
It's
brilliant sunshine from.
Some of those flakes are really big.
Yeah.
And they just kind of float on down.
I think that's part of it is snow moves so much slower through the air than rain. Understandably.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why it's just kind of fascinating to us right now.
Lisa Olson, good morning. Yes, our fascination with the fact that it's snowing
Snow.
outside. I can sit in here and watch the snow through the window.
In relative warmth?
Yeah, it's 46 out here. It's just balmy. Oh, that's a big one. I don't really need to be using it. And that's that one's not as big. I guess that one. The really big ones are better for plates.
And the thing is,
And
since
3
you hung that
pieces.
plastic there to redirect the heat more towards you, it's not getting out over this way.
I'm sorry. It was sitting there, and that's also originally it had been right there.
Blocking the heat, which
And
is
I go-
good.
I'm gonna put it right there. I know I'm a mean mom. I blocked the heat. Well, if you stand
Keeping all the
there,
heat to yourself.
so, yeah, I'm being selfish with the heat.
Speaking of heat, there we go. More hot water.
Yay, warm.
So I've been trying to find
Good
the
morning.
heat flow. As far as I can tell, no, it doesn't come out over here at all.
It comes up. It's always come up
There's
right here.
over here. This is where the heat actually exits your corner.
Really, that is fascinating.
Yeah, I gotta stand over here where it's warm.
But it's getting. Trying to figure out how the heat flows in
Yeah.
this room.
Well, this room has lots and lots of glass.
It's windows on 3 sides.
3 of the windows are sheets of glass with molding holding them up.
2 of them are double pane.
Yeah, that doesn't help
2
that
windows.
much. Yeah, because the big ones on this side are single pane.
The ones on the side.
The ones on the side protected by the house are double pane.
Yes. One of which is an old sliding glass door. I think was taken out of the family room.
Yeah, considering it's also inside out.
Yeah. Well, I think it was probably inside out to begin with. Look at the lock. Has one of those
Yeah.
locks. It was a very common thing to do.
Get them in the reverse location.
Yeah. House grew up in Dublin.
Christy Julie forgot. Hello.
Had 2.
Hi. There. Try this chair closer.
Yeah.
I've just not, right before we're done, we can scoop that out.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be cold.
That is going to be cold.
As I look at it with great disdain,
Great trepidation.
there's like just all sorts of
Stuff right here isn't as cold.
Yeah, because it's on top. It's the stuff that we brought inside, and it's been mixing with the hot water.
The hot water doesn't stay hot very long.
No, it doesn't.
You know? I always have one hand that's colder than the other, too.
Which one's the one that's colder? The one further away from the heater?
It's on this side. It's in the heat shadow. And it's this finger in particular.
Yeah.
Do this.
Mm-hmm. It sticks out into the air.
And it's cold and it's wet. So it gets cold.
Fast.
Wow. Wow, look at that.
Oh, that's hail?
Some of it looks like.
It's a mixture of snow and hail at the moment.
Yeah, because it's going trickling across
Bouncing.
They're bouncing across the roof of the garage.
Huh. Yeah, there's definitely like little hailstones mixed in.
He's going bounce, 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 bounce.
Neat.
The novelty will wear off, but probably not today.
Yeah,
The novelty would wear off if we had to go somewhere.
Yes.
Then it would not be good thing.
No. I'd hear about it at length the whole time you were driving.
Yes, because it'd be snow.
Stupid white stuff on the road.
Yes.
It's pretty looking out a window. It's stupid white stuff if you're in a car.
Yes, but I'm not in a car.
Nope. Just watching also the quality of the light change.
Yeah.
One thing is it's pretty darn dark now.
Yeah. And our windows on the south side
Are all fogging up because,
Fogging up.
well, heat. We've been pumping heat into this room.
and hot water, which has steam.
Yup.
And the light has more of a blue quality to it now.
Yeah. It went from being the golden morning light to this cold blue light.
Yeah. And I did raise the blinds up a little bit so you could see more of the snow. Well, so we can see out.
This order form actually has to go back inside because that's a cookie stamp master.
Okay.
Somebody got their badge passed. I suppose it's something we could do again relatively soon is make badge cookies.
Yeah.
Because we did get our SEA badge passed.
That's our company logo.
Yeah, it's our logo. After doing all those coloring books, I knew how to blazon it.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I've stepped in a puddle and now the bottom of my shoes are really slick.
Very good, Sue. Good morning.
Hello. Watching the piece go up.
And and we did raise the humidity with the hot water.
Yeah, it went from being what, 73 to 80%?
No, 77
Okay.
or 74. It was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Now it's 80 again.
Yeah. I have boiled like 3 pots of water.
Yeah.
Bear says, morning. Good morning to you. We're
Don't want you.
gawking at the snow while we're doing throwing here. The sun warmed up the roofs enough that it's not sticking at the moment.
It's not supposed to really get any warmer today either.
No. Maybe it'll start sticking again. Yeah, it looks like most of the stuff that had landed is all melted now.
There you go.
I'm sure we sounded quite silly this morning as open the blinds like, oh look, the curtains in the living room. Oh look, there's snow outside.
Stop what we're doing and look at this.
And then a few minutes later, I turn around and look at snow because it was actively snowing. And they were big fat flakes too.
Yeah, big fluffy flakes.
So fluffy. Got that one's right. I need to move this over. Actually, this form needs to go downstairs because it goes with that cup. And now that there's 3 of these, I can carry a few more down. I don't want to go out in the cold.
You gotta let the cold air inside.
There.
It's like 10 degrees warmer in here than it is outside. At least 10 degrees warmer. Yeah. Because the high for today is supposed to be 37. It's 47 in here. Used to, before we moved, we had the wheel in the house. But now we had all the clay dust in the house. So now we're just learning to adapt to doing it in
I see the
Cold
sun is
room.
back.
a room that has no central heating. Next year it will have a wood stove.
Yes. Have its own
And
fixing.
yes, which will be better. So in the spring we get the little chimney thing put in. It's no business like pottery. Parasite. Good thing. Oh, yeah. Hit the side of the cup with my hand. That's a good thing.
That is such a neat sound. Doesn't make such a cool pattern with that.
Yeah. I know.
And probably what, April-ish we'll clean the floor in here again.
Yeah, once it's not on.
Yeah, and drier.
Yeah.
It's no business like pottery. Yes. Karis is joking. Oh no. Okay, you're putting it over there this time. I was putting it. It's like nope, nope, it went that way. I don't have to hold it.
Oh dear.
It can go over there without my intervention. What size of porcelain piece, assuming that that is porcelain, do you want to do?
About so big.
Finished throne size or lump of clay?
Oh, lumps of clay about so big.
Okay, so probably like the 15-ounce mark.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, is it finished size or lump of clay size?
And I don't. After I throw the first piece, it will determine really what clay it is.
Yeah. Because porcelain throws nothing like the smooth white.
No, it doesn't. Trina is watching. Good morning.
Whoa, the sun came out.
Oh wow, that is so bright.
Ow. So is it snowing in the Portland area? As we are having snow showers?
Yeah.
Is what these are referred to?
Yeah.
Bursts of snow.
Of snowiness. Then the sun comes out and
it's really, really bright.
I hope it's not too snowy in Portland.
Yeah, I really hope not.
Because
Or south of Portland.
Yeah. So he has to drive all the way to the north side of Portland.
Through all the unhappy traffic.
Yeah. I hope there's good news today.
Yeah. Bubbles. Bubbles? The reaction bubbles?
No.
Oh, air bubbles.
Air bubbles.
Well, there are some multiple things that bubbles.
I know,
from the thing,
bubbles.
just
So my
like
fingers were going over it.
bubbles.
It might just break the cup off right there.
So it's gonna be a small cup.
It might be.
No, she's not looking at all of what she's doing when she's feeling for the air bubbles. Considering how wet that bag of clay had gotten and how uneven in some places, it's not terribly surprising.
Morning, Jackson. Good morning.
Hello. cold fingertips.
Yeah.
I know, I'm one to talk, but at least you're getting to dip them in hot water. Because your water's so hot, you need more hot.
It's still got some heat to it.
I have to say, I'm almost tempted to have like a thermometer to drop into your water bucket at some points during the winter here.
Let's see how warm is warm.
How warm is warm, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd say that's maybe 80 at the top.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe
70.
it feels warm to my hands.
Yeah. It feels warmer than my fingertips,
Yeah.
which is
think
not
about it.
saying much.
Yeah.
So it may only be like 65 degrees in that bucket. Oh, that's a pretty cup. Got the air bubbles out?
I think I did, but I mean, there's
Yeah.
just sometimes the same.
Some tools get
Something
away.
about your basic clay color.
Yeah. Wow. Bleh.
Gooey and gooey.
There's some spilt water on the floor, and now it's turned into slip on the bottom of my shoes. I'm walking
And
with
please
a dirt.
don't slip.
I don't
on the
want to.
slip.
No. Don't want to slip. Probably a very good reason why a liquid slurry of clay is called slip. It's all slippery. Okay. Back to the snowboard faces. Goo. Gooey hands.
They're gooey, and then the dry stuff sticks to them, so they're gooey
Chunky.
chunky and gooey.
Yeah.
And also this helps warm the fingers back up too.
Good. So, try to get that away. That'll come up in the spring.
Yeah. Anything that comes off the floor will just go into the garbage.
Yeah. Because it's far too likely to have contaminants in it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to use clay that has fuzz, hair, dirt. As funny as it sounds, you don't want
Or you don't want the chunks of masonite.
Yeah, the chunks of masonite, random pieces of organically sourced dirt.
Yeah, off your shoes.
Dead
When it's
bugs.
warm, I may not. Oh, it's wear shoes. I may wear shoes now.
Not coming out here barefoot right now.
No.
But yeah. I suppose that's a good example of the color that most recycled clay comes up.
Yeah.
Is kind of that color. Have a mixture of all clay tone hues. Also, kind of the color of the dust and grime layer that develops on any part of, on our floor.
It doesn't really show up that much because we kind of got a clay colored.
We totally got, and that was coincidental. That was what was cheap.
Oh my god, a remnant piece.
It just happened to be clay tone.
And it'll also be the flooring in our bathroom too.
Yes,
Possibly both bathrooms.
because it's clay tone. Actually,
Well,
because we
they
still
don't
have
have
plenty
enough.
of it left.
Yeah, we still have plenty left.
I could cut you a couple pieces of the smooth white.
Possibly
of
porcelain.
Possibly porcelain. Yes.
Or Moorfield. Good morning.
No. I have to say that I've been, like, this porcelain does have a slightly different sense to it. I was trying to just well, it has a slight fuzz layer on the top.
It still could be either.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're getting the next cloud mass coming by.
Okay. It's gonna get dark in here again.
Yeah.
Okay. When you get to it, this is a 12.5 ounce piece. But yeah, I think you might be right about it being porcelain. Just the way the wire tool moved through it.
Yeah.
And sit back over here where some of the heat comes out of the corner.
Yeah. Well, the outlet is right there.
Yes. And the heater is aimed at you because you're not getting up and moving around.
No.
Mind you, I'm not sure that helps. Because, well, the heat is over here.
Yeah. And this was kind of an unevenly wedged piece.
Bottom corner.
Yeah. So it's okay.
So it requires a little more patience.
Patience. Okay. It's like even out you. It's not easy to get it even when it's not consistent texture.
Yeah, because if you were to push the same strength against the clay, no matter
if it's
what,
really soft, it'll do something
it'll
very different than
push.
it is quite warm.
Yeah.
Quite warm, yes.
Quite warm?
Quite wet.
Quite wet. So I was like,
Yes.
warm? Really? What's
Warm,
warm?
wet. It's
Sorry,
a W
camera.
word. Eh.
Andy Peterson from YouTube says hello. Hi. Good. That does say to me that the chat thing on the screen works.
Yay.
Trying not to get clay in what I'm wearing, or at least not the hat. I like this hat, but I had an itch through there.
This is what we got from the volunteer raffle.
Yes, I like this hat. Of course, we're pretty sure that we're able to identify the yarn, and it's a wool mohair blend. It's nice
soft
of them.
I actually like to learn how to do
Null binding.
null binding.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Somebody was talking to me about it some this last weekend. Apparently, how you change whether you're increasing, decreasing, or keeping the same size with the stitches is the angle of the needle.
Huh. But still, how
I
do you
don't
do
know.
it?
I don't know.
And it's just,
At some point, we'll have to take a class.
yeah. Maybe there'll be a class at the moment.
Yeah.
Or Eagles.
Eagles, we'd have more time at Eagles.
Yeah.
We would not have time at the war.
Because
Yes. Where are you from? Yes. Southwestern Washington?
yeah.
Which is, it's our first winter up here, which is the reason why we've been thrilled by the sight of it snowing outside.
So from that, you can tell we're not originally from a snowy region.
Nope. Snow is novel as of yet. Well, that's a pretty shape.
I'm sure the novelty will wear off.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will.
Especially after driving it.
Yeah, and then it will not be novelty. Look at it, it's pretty. It's like evil white stuff on the road.
And yes, I have chains. And yes, I have a 4-wheel drive.
And yes, you have driven through snow and over washboard ice on a bridge.
Portland.
And we watched a car slide off the road in front of us.
That was scary.
Yeah.
Because. Eric Morfield, good morning. Now to throw the piece of mystery clay here.
Which is
She doesn't remember which variety she brought in.
I brought it in possibly like a month ago. You need a clean towel? Yeah. Or, okay, 1 moment please. I see some.
There we go.
Always try to avoid
Oh yeah, because you can see the little bit of text that came up on that screen.
Yeah, cute. It's very small, which is the reason why I went over and read it. I need to go through and change the settings on that detail so that the font will come up bigger. Also, the resolution is not the best on either of those screens.
Well, because they
They
were
are-
leftovers.
Yeah. The monitors out here in our shop are, well, leftovers.
They're
Seconds, hand-me-downs from the...
at least 2 other
hand-me-downs
uses.
from other machines.
What had originally been the TV in the family room.
Yes.
Then it became your monitor.
Yes.
And now it's up here. So yeah, no, that TV is like not in the least bit new.
No.
Probably more like 10 years old. But monitors don't tend to wear out.
Yeah, probably about 10 years old.
Yeah.
The other monitor may actually be older. That's one that was given to us.
Yeah.
Because, well, somebody else, they'd upgraded the monitors on their machine and they didn't have a use for an additional monitor. So what's it throwing like?
Like porcelain.
Okay, so it is porcelain. Yay! We've identified the clay.
Oh, so feel that.
Yeah, that's not the smooth white.
That's porcelain is kind of,
It's almost got a butteriness to it.
yeah.
It was described
That's what they use for clay masks on people's faces. It's the
porcelain.
same. Yeah.
It's like when you see the fancy jars of kaolin.
Or French green clay.
French green clay. Now the French green clay, it must have a mineral
It does have a
inclusion.
mineral inclusion, but it's largely just
It's largely kaolin.
porcelain. Because it is a very smooth feeling.
Nothing written. And no.
Porcelain's a stronger clay body, but you throw it thinner, so it breaks easier.
Easier, yeah, than say stoneware, which has more impact resistance.
Yeah, because it has grit in it.
So porcelain is more glass-like.
Yeah. It's actually stronger per square inch,
But you throw it thinner.
about half thickness. So, well,
Which is the reason why the 12-ounce piece makes a fairly sizable cup for its mass. Because out of the stoneware, that much clay would make a cup that's what, about 20-30% smaller?
yeah, probably. It would definitely be small.
So do you want more pieces? And
Yeah.
based on that being 12 to 13 ounce, what size do you want next?
Well, Karen, people want to see some bigger porcelain pieces.
Okay, so
About 15.
the 15 to 20?
Yeah.
Okay. What size is this piece? Ah, this one is 15.
Unlike me, I don't throw ultra tiny. So a bag of clay doesn't last me months.
Yeah, well, she throw with her little paint pots, which are like an inch across.
Yeah, she throws those off the hook.
Yeah, because there's so many of them.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it otherwise.
No.
And then she trims them very carefully. She's gonna start doing some
I'd be interested.
videos because people are always asking her how she does it. I go, do the videos.
Especially
Really?
pretty things
Yeah.
that are that small. So how many porcelain pieces do you want me to cut off at first here? I have 3 more cut for you there. If I cut you off 1 more, it would even off the top of the bag.
Well, we do that.
So I'm totally bringing in a couple bags of black to warm up so that we can do the black and white swirly pieces next time.
Yeah.
There we go. These all range from 15 to 22 ounces. So those should be some pretty good sized porcelain pieces.
But porcelain will suck the heat out of things once it's finished, though.
Yes.
Or you see the dainty little teacups.
If they're the dainty little porcelain teacups.
Yeah.
Why? Because you want to drink it up fast. It's not going to stay warm for long.
Opposed to the black plate, which is good holding the temperature that's in it. So it's really interesting that the 2 of them have the same firing characteristics. And also throwing to a certain degree. Neither one of them tend to throw that big.
No. The black does really unpleasant things when it's big.
Well, it's not necessarily a throwing plate either.
No, I remember when you were recounting when you got to visit the manufacturer of that clay.
I know, that was kind of cool.
And they were like, you throw with it?
That was, yeah. And so I gave them a piece.
And they put it in their showroom?
In their display case. Yeah.
Things that can be done with their clay.
Yeah.
It was one of the Viking pieces?
Yeah.
Well, those are also very, though they are based on 10th century Viking age pieces, they're also
pretty.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
They're physically attractive.
Unless you can't stand the feel of the rock.
Yeah,
there are the people who can.
There are people that, when they touch the...
It's almost an electric shock, zing, nasty feel.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, that's okay. Because there are people, it's just that everybody's
There's
different.
one person that I was like, okay, are you willing to touch other bare clays to see if it's specific to the clay or whether it's specific to it being a clay texture?
It was to that
It was
clay.
specifically the black clay.
Yeah. It was, wow, that's kind of interesting.
Because to them, the stoneware just felt sandpapery.
Yeah.
And while it wasn't pleasant to them, it didn't zing. And I think they eventually got one of the black and white swirl pieces because that they could touch and it didn't zing.
They liked the way it looked, but it was kind of like, oh, well, that's really interesting. But everybody's sense of touch, like with vision or taste or anything, are different. What feels good to you won't necessarily feel good to somebody else.
One of the reasons why we make things that are so many different sizes, shapes, and
Why don't
styles.
I make a standard size? Can't I do?
People's hands aren't standard sizes.
No.
Some people have little kid-sized hands, like us. Other people have giant mitts. Big old bear paws, for whom my fingers cannot reach the edge of their palms. And speaking of kid-sized gloves, yes, while we were out at the store yesterday, I got a pair of winter gloves.
They're kid size.
They're boys' gloves.
It was a boy size large.
I think they were, it was a boy size large.
Well, think of it this way. They're cheap.
And the girl size large didn't fit right,
Yeah.
but the boy size large did. So specifically, my glove size is boy size large.
Yeah. Also means you don't get the girly pink and purple thing.
I am perfectly fine with not having girly pink and purple. I'm like, well, we should try on those ones just in case they fit better. It's like, nope, they don't. I get the black and orange ones.
That's fine.
I'm fine with black and orange. I prefer it over pink and purple. Or the other color combo for girls, which was pink and pink.
Yeah.
I also noticed they only had one pair of the boys' gloves, but they had lots of the girly gloves.
Yeah. Oddly enough, they're clearancing out the winter stuff already, which is really kind of funny. It's the beginning of
I know.
January.
It always
Still have
seems
another
strange
couple
to me.
months of cold left.
Well, they're already getting in their spring fashions.
Freezing that.
I know, I'm looking at it like, it is not short sleeve weather yet, guys.
No.
The lava flows goop down there.
Yeah, if you let it dry, you have sedimentary layers.
Yeah, which is really kind of cool. There are times where it dries out completely before we clean the wheel head, and yet you can pull it up in chunks and see those just thin layers.
Sandra's one. Good morning.
Hello. Oh, got the next a batch of snow starting to come down. Cool. And all the stuff that has landed is pretty much all melted by now.
Well, we're getting to daytime temperatures.
Yeah.
It's upper 30s.
Daytime
not
temperatures.
It's
upper
not
30s.
supposed to get to 40.
Wow. There is a significant amount of wind.
And how's the wind? That looks kind of pretty. Of course, we're inside, so.
Yeah.
We're
not inflicted with that. Also, I have to say it looks a bit like some of the wind tunnel testing done in Mythbusters. You can see where the flakes just fall off into the hollow between the two parts of the building here.
Yeah.
Versus the high-speed airflow above the roof line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting notification sounds on the computer. I have no idea what that was about.
I think that was an Outlook sound from your phone.
Oh, yeah, because your phone's sitting over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's underneath a form at this point, so I didn't see it.
Okay, here we go. How's that?
Oh, that's a nice piece.
Might want a handle on that guy.
Okay, so I will set this one with the other piece that has a handle.
Yeah.
That also means I'm going to have to pull a handle. Oh, I'm not liking this.
That one looks like it should have a handle.
One handle coming up.
And I have to do one cylinder and leave it out here and see what happens to it when it freezes.
See what happens to this clay.
We're gonna freeze some porcelain, guys. Might want a small piece for that.
Yeah. You want more like an 8-inch.
Yeah.
7, 8
That will also make it not be that hard for it to freeze.
Yeah, let's thermal mass.
Yeah. And we'll put it over there.
Put it in the cold corner of the room and make it what, a tall narrow cylinder?
Yeah. People liked the well, it was going to be a spout. So.
Yeah. Actually, this is porcelain. I'm cutting it off at 6 because there, that's 6 ounces.
Okay. It's light for clay.
Yeah. So are you going to be needing more than one handle? Because I don't want to make extraneous handles out of the porcelain.
Yeah.
Because it's such a seldom. It's not a common thing.
Let's see here.
Then again, this I may have cut off enough for 2.
Yeah, why don't you do 2? I'll do another one that needs a handle.
Okay.
And then Murchada.
That's Gaelic.
Yeah, I know.
Murcha? Because the
Good morning.
Our apologies if we mangle the name.
Yeah.
Because the DH is there to change the pronunciation of the A before it.
Yeah.
But I think the CH gets pronounced as Ch. I'd actually have to look back up the Gaelic pronunciation.
Yeah.
Right there. There we go. Don't wanna. Oh, cold.
There's another larger piece.
Yeah.
Another piece.
I think it might be the one that's got the ridge in it. It's the back
Yeah. That's
piece of that pear. And
In
I
the
think
corner of it, I can see her hand. She is pulling the handles.
which is yes. And really trying to make sure that there's no ridges with this being porcelain. There. And I'm just going to set this on the bat with the cup.
Yeah. Because it's really good at showing texture. So it might show ice ring. I have no idea.
Mind you, there will be a dirty streak from the bat going down the side of that handle.
Oh well.
Okay. Now to do handle number 2. Yeah, it's pulling the handles literally. It's a pulling motion. You don't want to pull too hard because otherwise you're going to snap the piece of clay off.
And it's something that does take practice.
Yes. I got a lot of practice in making the really tiny handles that were on the cookie stamps. And from that, I moved on to doing more of the handles for the mugs because it left her with more free time to do painting. Free time. It left her with more time to do the detailed painting. There we go.
For hours and hours.
There. 2 porcelain handles. All prepped. Blech. Get the poop layer off the hands. Yeah, that is definitely porcelain, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Go take. Now that there's like 5 pieces here again, go take these guys down to the more temperature stable part of the shop.
Yeah.
Walk through the snow.
Yes. Outside, down 4 stairs, into the... I go from the sunroom to the garage. Or this was a sunroom. It's getting to be much more of a shop now. So. It'll be better when it has a wood stove. Take this and wipe the red goo off of it, so I don't get a lot of red clay on white clay. And do this. I was trying to make it so it wasn't another handled cup since I was going to do the other one.
And let's not do 3. Yes.
Yes. Get the shape in there. Throwing porcelain is more about control than strength. Because I made part of it go in. Some of it just kind of, the mass has to go somewhere. Oh, well, that's charming.
Earth.
Is it cold out there, Sarah?
Yes.
Makes in here feel warm?
Yes. So how warm has it gotten in here? 49.
Woo!
Cozy. Oh. It's now warmer than it is in the lower half of the shop,
Ooh.
which I think is 47.
Yeah, but it has like
Insulation?
insulation. It also has lower humidity.
Yes. Which is the reason why things are going down there to dry.
Oh, the water is getting cold and so are my fingers.
Okay, more warm water coming up.
So if I lose the sensation of the tips of my fingers, I know the water's too cold. Does it get cold? Your fingers have less.
Actually, I think there is some heat to this. Because, well, this is a sealed thing of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the steam again. We only have 3 pieces left.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop at that point?
Probably should.
So I think that brings it up to like the 16-ish pieces.
I mean, I could do if you want.
But how are you doing temperature-wise?
Yeah, but it's the cold is starting
to seep in.
Yeah.
My toes are getting cold.
Yeah. We're getting more sun. I'm getting more solar heat.
It is bright. But yeah, I can actually feel the warmth of the sun coming in the window.
That's the nice thing about the windows is it doesn't take much to.
Yeah. To produce warmth?
Yeah. The more snow. They're just little flakes just floating along.
Earlier as I looked at them, I was coming back up from dropping some pieces off down there. The snow was just kind of swirling in the air. It was almost like clouds of gnats.
Ah, cool.
Each. So that'll be the second hand one.
Yeah. And then probably just do the 2 wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also getting close to lunch.
It's getting hungry time.
Yes.
Maybe
Bacon and
something-
eggs for lunch.
Yes, I was going to say something warm for lunch, right?
Yeah, because we're going to do bacon and eggs. We had our basil sandwiches for breakfast.
The benefits of having basil plants growing on the counter in the
Yeah.
kitchen. We had basil leaves and butter on basil bread.
Yeah.
It was very yummy. And the second set we had it with the soft Dublin cheese, which was also yummy. I'm gonna take these 2 pieces though, because then you have 2 more that are going to go down there, and that last piece is going to stay here.
He's gonna get to be a Frankenstein.
Well, it'll only work if it actually drops and stays below freezing for a while.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be colder tonight, so. Push on the bottom, it makes everything up. Just totally go off center for a while. Hide from me forever. Where are you?
What? Ah,
This'll work.
your slicey tool.
The slicey tool. So you can't hide from me forever.
And I suppose with porcelain you'd want something that is a rather sharp slicey tool, wouldn't you?
Yeah. You kind of use the sharp thin one. Because the other just doesn't work.
Because it create too much drag.
Yeah.
It would just attempt to tear.
Yeah, it's just not good.
Actually, since you only have 2 pieces left, we'll bother heating the water back up again. There we go. But yeah, the shop is where a lot of offcasts from the rest of the house end up, isn't it?
Or chairs.
Old office chairs, utility shelving, former computer monitors,
Bits of a
bits of desk. Not the whole desk.
just a bit. Just the
Just
center,
bits.
just the corner bit.
Yeah. Some parts of the desk that had drawers stayed inside. Do you also use a lower speed when you're working with porcelain?
Yeah. Porcelain's delicate to throw. It's like throwing with cream cheese. It's not about the strength, it's about control. And not having it throw right off the wheel.
So in that regard, is porcelain a more advanced clay to throw with?
Yeah, it's not something you want to do as a beginner throwing. Actually, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to smooth it off so it'll have a very smooth finish.
Yeah. It's also really different to draw on the porcelain surfaces because it is so fine grained.
Yeah.
Is it different to paint on as well?
Yeah, you get a different, it's more like watercolor painting.
And this is the other one that'll get a handle.
That'll get a handle.
I've been putting the ones that are getting handles in a different location.
Okay.
And I've got their handle sitting with them.
That's also a good thing.
So while I was down there, I went, okay, do we have stoneware handles? And like, look over there. Like, yes, we have 2 sacks of stoneware handles. And now a really bright sun.
Feet are getting quite cold.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not moving much, so it's
No.
not like the upper body, which is actually doing something. Most I do is the speed pedal there.
Kind of tempted to make hot chocolate when we get inside. It's the really cold, fingertips and toes.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, a mug of tea would be just as good as for the fingers, at least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, with your do not try this at home technique for opening the center.
Oh yeah.
Yep, jab the thumb right in.
No, you really should use both because that way it's centered. More likely to get it centered. It gets to the point where you know what you can get away with what clay.
You have to learn the rules to know where you can bend or break them.
Yeah. And every clay works a little differently. Everybody will have their favorite clays.
Because there's
I have my favorite half dozen clays.
I mean, just when you get, because porcelain is a category rather than a single clay.
Yeah, it's a class of clay. You can have porcelain that's all the way from low fire and fully vitreous to cone 20.
How hot is cone 20?
I don't remember, but
Isn't
it's
that
very hot.
Is that the one that's like 3,000
It
degrees?
could be.
Or the 2,800? It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
That's Fahrenheit, not C.
Yes.
3,000 C would be a lot different.
And this is a cone 5 porcelain.
It's a porcelain that is formulated for the temperature you're using it at.
Yeah.
Also, knowing the quality of the clays, we know which ones can be pushed a little higher or used a little lower and still be good.
Yeah.
It's like our black clay, which
This is technically a Clay 5 clay.
is the manufacturer recommends not above, was it 3?
3. You have to know your kiln.
Yeah, the kiln is the big thing with that one. And I know that one doesn't like gas. I'd hazard to think what it would do in a wood fire, because
I don't know. To a certain degree, it'd be
kind of fascinating as, a scientific
You'd want to put
experiment.
it in a coffin, though.
Oh yeah, because it chance melting.
Also, or blowing up and sticking to other things.
Yeah, and just ask Earth about that.
Yeah.
It's always a sad thing when a piece goes.
It was a
boom.
big piece, too.
I know. So
nice.
sad. Beautiful coloration on the surviving shards.
Oh, yeah. They get some really pretty colors with their gas and wood firing. We use electric. The way we do firing is about as opposite as it can get.
Yeah, because they're using cones to measure the temperature of the kiln that they're firing with gas. Yeah, propane.
Not
or
even
with
natural
wood.
gas. Yeah, but it's propane gas, not
Well,
natural gas.
household natural gas doesn't come through in fast enough quantities to fire a kiln.
No. Yeah, propane gas. That's cool. Well, that's kind of cool. And there we go.
And then the last one gets to stay on the wheelhead, right?
I could just leave it on the wheelhead. Which do you think would be, I think, would be
Maybe
colder
up
if
on
we
the
put it
shelf, yeah.
over there?
Over there,
Yeah. That's where
Near
the
the-
other ones were.
near the dehumidifier.
And it was on the
On the
Wire
shelf
rack.
here?
wire
the
rack.
wire rack.
It's just a very light change pressure to get it to be,
A drastically different shape.
yeah.
Doing that rounding step also changes it.
Cause
Okay. And with this, I will
delicate.
take the last 2 of these down to
Yeah.
the warmer, drier area.
Now we'll have our Frankenstein piece.
Yes. Oh, look,
See
we
what
made
it
it up
does.
to 50 out here.
Ooh, it won't stay as soon as
Oh,
we
that's
turn
fine.
off the heater. And the Frankenstein piece coming up. I'm gonna leave it out here and let it freeze. See what the porcelain does. Here we go. I'll try to do it nice and thin too, so
Yeah.
it's got the best chance to freeze.
Yes. My hand wiping towel that I hang over here is just about too goopy to use now.
I can't believe that people wanted that. Several people liked the tall, narrow cylinder.
Yeah.
And could make more of those.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, the tall, narrow beaker shape so well.
Yeah.
So it's just a miniature version of that.
Actually, no, it was just because it was
Straight
supposed to be a
cylinder.
spout.
I know. It's supposed to be the neck to one of the flasks. like, how are you gonna get your fingers down there now?
Like that. Stick it the walls thinner.
Yeah. And you'll be able to collar back in the neck when you.
Yeah.
There we go. One test subject.
Yes.
This one will go right over here.
Just right on the middle shelf even.
Right there?
Yeah.
Like, if I put it down one shelf, it might be cooler because it wouldn't be getting the sun hitting
That's
it.
true. We could do that.
So I could put it right here.
Yeah.
That'll stay in the shadow of the half wall.
And we'll see.
We'll see how that one comes out.
Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.